three.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll throw with Penix. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. 7 yards there and a first down. The Falcons at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That pass complete to Moore. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Falcons!
Rondale Moore.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Takes it to about the 37. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Carr now to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Anderson. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now Penix.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
70 Lions. Let's go.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Here's Penix.
Steps away to his left.
He'll get this to Nwangu.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Saints 0.
What now?
Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And now Carr changing the formation.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Dennis Allen, he makes the call, and his offense stays put. They're going to go for it.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw his Carr.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A play fake. Now Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Carr going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Robinson again.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Now a crease here, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, this hasn't been their cleanest 1st half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough 1st half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Down.
3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Carr.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
29. 29. What's up?
Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Throw left side, there's London.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. To the air, Penix.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Penix.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
Now they can't bring him down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
6-18.
Now Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down, New Orleans.
Lie down. White Monday down. That's up.
A give to Kamara running right. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
White down.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are able to claw one back. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Saints 7. Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Looking to throw, Penix.
Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people may...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Carr now to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Carr going to go on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Carr to throw again.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop it. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
They'll throw with Penix.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check out.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Chase Young, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now. 180. What's it on?
A 1st down carry now for Miller.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Down.
To throw his car. Flushed out right.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
White down. 280. What's up? What's up?
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down.
At the 3-yard line.
The slot man in motion right.
Kamara. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, You just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr rolling to his left.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Monday, down. What's that?
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Atlanta, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.